Welcome back to episode 10 and what should be the last in this series, the last bit of our challenge. We have less than 450k to go, less than 10% of our whole adventure. And I've got mixed feelings about it, but for now, let's go. Hunting in the middle of the morning, we definitely should have done this last night. Okay, we're away this morning, south from a town called Mori, and our first waypoint is 75 kilometres. We're going to bypass that and head straight for the next one in Inverell, which will be about 125 kilometres. We'll assess the weather when we get there. It's probably going to get too thermic again, and the storm's coming through, so it could hold us back for a few days. We're going to get so close to the finish line, probably be held up a week or something like that. But right now, we're just going to crack on. Okay, just assessing this cloud in front of us here. Not the higher layer, the lower one. It looks like it might be a bit too low to fly under. We're going to see how close we can get. We might have to land out, wait a couple of hours for it to rise up a little bit. It goes up to 500 meters in an hour or two. Hopefully the wind doesn't come through and we can still take off. Damn it! We've only got 15k to go. By the time we get there, it'll be 10k. Well, the edge of the clouds. There's absolutely no way we're getting under that though. I'll let Twitty know the plan and then we'll go down to land somewhere. Look how stunning this is. I mean, I'm annoyed because we can't get to the destination, but wow! Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that! We've landed, we're safe, but the wind is so much stronger than forecast and it could continue picking up as well. So we need to be really careful here. We're in the only field that wasn't cropped or had cattle in, and it's miles away from anything. And even if we stay here today, tonight, tomorrow is rain, low clouds, strong winds. So we need to get away from here today. So we're just assessing the options. Okay, the clouds are breaking up and seem to be rising a little bit. We're going to give it a go. See if we can find a gap, see if we can scoot underneath them. If not, we'll come back and land in the field. Magic, Twitty was right, the clouds are lifted enough. You can scoot underneath there quite easily. Stop at Inverell. Perfect. Little hop, skip and a jump. We're here. Crappy field. It's so overgrown. Like everyone keeps saying, this is the greenest they've ever seen it. And the fuel station is just over there. So we're going to find a way out of here because it's fenced around, and then go get some brekkie. Okay, so we've fueled up, we're just oiling up now. We're at a motel to the top of the town. It's actually called the Top of the Town Motel, right next to the fuel station. It looks like there's really, really bad weather coming through for the next week, maybe more. We can't really tell. Kind of forecast ends with heavy rain. So we're just going to keep an eye on the weather, see what we can do, have a wander around here. We're only 325 kilometers from Byron Bay. So whenever we do get a chance, we'll try and make some progress. We're taking off out the back of the fuel station taking off, flying low over the field we landed in. We can't take off there. Again, it's too boggy and we've got more weather coming, so it's not going to be good. We'll take off, touch down near there or fly low over there, and then crack on to Byron Bay.
Many, some will see 100, maybe 150 millimetres, and with those severe thunderstorms we could...
So we've had a lot of rain today and we've come down to the bridge to see how flooded the river is. And the lampposts, the water's halfway up the lamppost. And still rising seemingly. And also, there are thousands of bats flying over our head at the minute. They're huge as well. I have no idea why, where they've come from, but it's quite interesting to see. It's just non-stop filling up the sky. All right, it's been 8 days. The weather has just been horrendous. Torrential downpour, really, really strong winds. But tomorrow is the day. It's good on the surface. And if we climb up to 5,000, it looks like we could have a 25-mile-an-hour tailwind. So we should get a lot done tomorrow. Potentially even make Byron Bay. And if not, Thursday's good enough to finish off as well. So fingers crossed. We're still at the motel. The guys here have been really, really sound. The restaurant have watched through our videos and given us a free bromantic evening, free meal, saying we're doing something really cool. And then Debbie from the gas station has let us use a car to go and see the local site. We went to see the dam. It's such a shame that we're so far behind on our schedule, because it'd be nice to fly and see things like that, but we need to get back, earn some money, see our families. Don't want to get too excited, but today could be the day.
Like twins.
That we actually get a haircut.
Oh, it's a stunning morning. I don't like the look of those clouds over there at all, but we've got an amazing sunrise coming. Over at Glen Innes, coming over the hills there. We've got 320 kilometers left to go, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we could even make Byron Bay today. How exciting. 14 weeks, and potentially today is the day. It's a beautiful morning. It's a good day. It's a good day. Sketchy takeoff, but a good day. I'm currently at 5,500 feet and we're doing 106 kilometers an hour. We've got this beautiful low-lying fog through these mountain ranges. The problem with that fog and the clouds is that it's perfect conditions for carb icing. And carb icing is something I've been struggling with this whole trip, usually around 4,000 feet. And the only way to get rid of it is to go lower in altitude, but we can't do that because the mountain range is coming up, or go full throttle. The problem with full throttle is that I am burning 10 litres an hour when I do so. So hopefully we can make it to Grafton and miss out the 2 stops, which was our original plan, so we can fly straight over it. That would be ideal. If not, I might run out of fuel and, well, it would be a bad time. Okay, I think this is the sketchiest section of our trip. Following the road down below, but even then, we've got just trees everywhere. No land out, and no other option to go around because we can see how far it is. And we've got carb icing issues, so I need to go full throttle. It's not very pleasant, to be honest. It's a beautiful view, insanely beautiful view, but I can't really appreciate it at the minute. Oh, I can see the sea. Oh, this is exciting. So we see all the floods going on. I reckon that field's going to be a bit wet. Can't see Twitty anywhere. There is a sports oval there if we need it. Definitely that field there, but that definitely looks wet. Just check this out for fence and see if we can actually get in. We're gonna have to land there, aren't we? That's fantastic. Look at that.
Thirsty for a bit.
As always.
I did not like that over that moment.
You like that, don't you? Yeah. We look like twins. Oh, it's so close to getting a haircut.
You're not. We're keeping it.
No, we're not.
Oh.
How sketchy was that flight?
Perfect.
Landing.
Everything.
Sorry, everything. Everything except the landing. Landing was all right. You got a bit wet.
Landing was all right, but I got wet. But the takeoff, tight. Flying over the mountains. Not many land out options. Only trees.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh.
It was beautiful. It was stunning. But you couldn't really focus on it, could you?
No, that's exactly right.
We've got...
Glad you could pay attention because I couldn't.
We've got 140 kilometres to Byron. We're going to fuel up, come back, and hopefully have a straight stretch straight to Byron Bay.
We've got 130 kilometers to Byron Bay. So close. Fingers crossed nothing goes wrong now. We are at 1,500 feet, doing 73 kilometers an hour. So we should make it to Byron within 2 hours without having to stop anywhere else. There's 3 stops along the way if we need it, but fingers crossed we don't. And we could just beeline straight there. How exciting. We are at the coastline, we're at Yamba, and we have 100 kilometers left to go. It's happening! 90 kilometers to go, and we're riding the coastline all the way up. Epic views. 80 kilometers, it's starting to get a bit bumpy. We've got about an hour and a half left, we'll see. Hi, mate. What? Oh, right, okay. 50 kilometers to go, and Twitty's engine has popped. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Piston number 3. 50 kilometers left to go. God damn it. All right, okay, this isn't good. There's not many landing options here, actually. We're heading straight for the road, but there's not many landing options at all. It's just loads of trees. I'm actually a little bit worried. Looks like a good spot, good spot. Go on, mate, go on, mate, go on, mate, you can make it. Hi, mate. No, I was going to say, as long as you're all right, mate, I just wanted to make sure you're all right. Cool, okay. See you in a bit, mate. Bye. Oh, right. Where the hell are we gonna land? Might be our best bet. Taking off from there isn't good, but we're just gonna have to take off from where we are, fly back to this pinpoint, and go anyway. So let's try and get down there. We're gonna get a bit of rotor here. Oh, that's tight, Rich. There we go, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it.
50 kilometers away from Byron Bay Beach, and we've had the worst emergency landing yet. So Twitty had an engine out over the coastline, started heading back towards the road, but couldn't make it because of the headwind, so has landed in a boggy pit, basically. Bugger, absolutely gutting, 3 pistons down. And now we need to try and figure out the best way to get him out of there towards the road. I've landed a little bit further up in this really tight landing space. So now we need to figure out the best way to get to him and back to the road. Never get complacent, eh? It's all part of the adventure, all part of the adventure. 50k, all part of the adventure. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Right, time for a rescue mission. Got my water bladder, sun cream, couple of snacks. Now we need to find a way through this densely populated woodland, where there's no doubt going to be snakes and all sorts of dangerous crap. What an adventure! How exciting! This is some Bear Grylls. This is got my little hiking stick or snake beater. And I'm walking through all this shrubbery, facing walls as soon as I get there, walls of greenery. I'm hoping no snakes creep up on me. Hey bud. It's only like...
What are you doing here?
It's only like 3k out from the road in this swamp.
Perfect.
This is hard work, eh?
Perfect. What else would you want to do?
Smart
Fitness
calves.
Not that smart.
Very not smart. We've done one trip. It probably took us about 45 minutes bushwhacking to get through. And now we've come back for the big stuff, the Paramotor and the trike. Catch our breath and then head on out, try and hitchhike a lift to our next stop. Rescue mission success. Half dead, both of us.
Right, that's a challenge.
Now we need to rescue ourselves. Okay, we've made it to the road. Chances of getting a pickup are pretty slim, so it's an hour's walk, 5k. Gonna start moving. Oh, this is hard work. All right, we're at the motel. We're actually in Ballina instead of the original place we were going to go. A lovely man named Warren picked us up on the side of the road in his ute and said the original place we asked him to take us was basically flooded through. There's nothing there. So he's like, I'll take you through to Ballina. So here we are. So thank you very much, Warren. Thanks for stopping and driving us all this way. We're gonna grab some food, maybe stick some more sun cream on, Jesus Christ, and then start Twitty's engine rebuild. Well, he's pretty proficient at it now. Okay, so yesterday we were just way too tired to finish the engine rebuilds. 4 hours of crawling through woodland and marsh and carrying heavy kit, followed by a half-hour walk before Warren picked us up, kind of finished us off. So we started the engine rebuild, started flushing the aluminium out of the crankcase, and just decided that we'd finish it tomorrow because we probably wouldn't do a very good job of it. So tomorrow is here. Twitty has rebuilt his engine again, and we are repairing the frame because on landing the frame cracked at the back where he'd welded it before as well. So just figuring that out, and then tomorrow we'll be good to go. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, one of Twitty's lovely friends pointed out from our live tracker that we were stomping through the swamp, and that area is called Death Adder Trail. The Death Adder is one of the most venomous snakes in the world, so we're very lucky. We're all back together, pretty much ready to go in the morning, just packing all the spares back into Twitty's bag. And then fingers crossed, we finally finish our challenge tomorrow. Let's see if we have any more last minute challenges. It's 6 AM, we're just getting ready to take off. The sun is peeking through. It's about 2 hours to Byron, and that means about 2.5 hours before I can get rid of this mop. I'm super excited. Let's go.
Five kilometers in, 70 kilometers to go, 20 before we get to our emergency landing that we had yesterday. Twitty's flying over the beach this time to make sure we don't end up in any bloody swamps or any other places called Death Adder Trail. And what a beautiful morning for it as well. Okay, so we're past the crash site now. Crash site sounds very dramatic. And we've gone past it just along the coastline a bit more, just to make sure we're double backing over our track. We're going to turn around 50k to Byron. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Kilometers left to go. You can see the place we took off this morning. We're back there, not far to go now, and we can see the actual lighthouse. Kilometers, let's go! Woo-hoo-hoo! We're on the home straight. Nothing can go wrong now. I've said it. Yes! Yes! It's war, that's all you got to say. The 14 weeks. Get off, get off. Done it. No. Fucking yes! Fucking yes! Yes!
Time for a haircut.
Definite time for a haircut. Oh, that's the first job. I want an haircut. and a shave, a cup of Yorkshire tea.
We've made it, Byron Beach. We're here, we've been for a dip already, and the legend Warren, who picked us up the other day, has come to meet us, to see us in as well. Feels a bit like, what's next? What's happening? And this huge anxiety about having to go back and work. But for now, we're just gonna chill out, get a breakfast beer, and just relax on the beach, I think. Time for a haircut. Long last, 14 weeks in. A few drinks last night, late morning, lazy morning, and we're all packed up. Scott has come down in the FJ to pick us up, or come up should I say. So we're going to head back down to Newcastle, get our bag, sort everything out, and then crack on from there. So a very quick turnaround by the time we eventually reached Byron Bay. A few days of sorting out the hire cars, packing everything together, and for me, spending some long overdue time with my sister and my niece. And despite the sun shining, it is freezing cold. We are back into the UK winter. It's been a few weeks now since we touched down on that beach, and a bit of time to reflect on our trip. A trip that I dare say not a lot of people would have persevered with. And I'm so happy we did, so happy we pushed through all of the challenges we faced, because we can look back on it and say that I loved almost every minute of it. And for those minutes that I didn't love, well, we've got a great story to tell. Now I'm back, I have to deal with real life. And I find myself facing those problems that we're all so accustomed to, except this time, I've got a little bit of a different perspective. Those tasks that used to worry me before are nothing compared to a 4-hour ordeal dragging Twitty out of that swamp. The challenges and worries I had in every day, just a little bit easier to deal with, and I've got a newfound motivation to push for things that I was too nervous to do before. So like I did in episode 8, I'm going to bring it back to the spirit of adventure and getting outside. It doesn't have to be this big 90-day mammoth adventure across a continent that's likely to leave you without any money. I think getting out in your local area and exploring is enough just to awaken that soul and get you excited for more. So if you've been planning a weekend away, or you've long been wanting to do this big adventure for yourself, then start planning now, because there are so many reasons not to do it, but just a few golden reasons why you should start planning and get on with it. And you know yourself that you will not regret it. And I have to thank every single one of you who has supported us along the way, especially those who have donated to the GoFundMe. For a trip that was almost 3 times longer than it should have been, we really, really appreciate the support. And while we recover from the financial toll, I've sat asking myself, what's next? Is that enough adventure for a little while? I think you know the answer to that. Thank you very much for watching this series and following me along. I hope you've enjoyed both the highs and the lows, and I also hope that I've inspired you to go and pursue something that you enjoy. I'll have some more videos coming out about the kit we've used, and maybe, just maybe, some more adventures. So subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss anything, and maybe drop some comments about where you think we should go next. And now it's time to go and seek your own adventure.